everyone, it's Brandon Kniefel. I'm back here with Gay and Unguarded. Today I want to talk about body image, specifically with the gay community and gay men. You know, at Breathe Life Healing Centers, we treat a lot of eating disorders, and we recognize that obviously eating disorders can go hand in hand with body dysmorphia. Well, interestingly enough, gay men have a disproportionate amount of instances where they experience body dysmorphia and eating disorders from their straight counterparts. So there's something to it. There's something there for the gay community to look at, gay men and bi men especially. For me, I know that personally I dealt with eating disorders and body dysmorphia, but I didn't recognize it as for what it was to begin with. At first I thought that I was just, in the gay community and staying fit and going to the gym all the time and watching what I ate. And I didn't realize that that was associated more closely with body dysmorphia, because I would find myself getting angry or getting mentally exhausted if I couldn't go to the gym or if I wasn't completely on track with the diet. And I recognized that if I felt like I gained a pound of fat in any way, that I would kind of spin out and it would ruin my week. I often noticed that for many years I didn't go to pool parties or the beach, and if I did, I would keep a shirt on. And I was never out of shape, so to speak. I was always fit and active, but I had this weird concept of what the body should look like and what I should expect for myself. And it took a lot of work first to notice that I had this. I think that's the hardest thing for most people, is to know that there's dis-ease with their body and what they're feeling. So for me, I had to recognize, and thankfully I work at a place where there's a lot of loving people that are explaining this to you in a way that makes sense. So for me, I was able to see the way I worked out and ate as a binge purge cycle, similar to a bulimic. But I wasn't purging as in vomiting, I was purging in my exercise. So I would eat, and if I ate something poorly during the day, then I would have to go to the gym and I'd have to do cardio. Or if I would do a lot of cardio at night, then I would justify eating pizza and ice cream on the way home. And I noticed that this was an unhealthy trait that I had. So I recognized that this was bulimic behavior. This was a binge purge cycle that I was stuck in. And I see this a lot in the community. And so obviously the first thing you have to do is recognize that in yourself. The second thing you want to do is recognize that there is something called compare and despair. We see a lot of times examples and images, not just in the media, but in our own friend circle. Especially if you live here in West Hollywood, you see walking down the street at any given moment, dudes with six packs, with nice high tight pecs, with fit legs, and you're like, I wish I had that. And a lot of guys, even if they do have it, don't see themselves that way. So the compare and despair has to be destroyed. And a lot of times the compare and despair is created by a sense of self-hate. Recognizing if you have the self-hate or not can be tricky. I had to start a 2-week mini program of what I call mirror work. And this happened to me a couple years ago, and I had to practice at the end of my night looking at myself in the mirror. And anyone can do this. You can do it at any levels of dress. You can do it after the shower, you can do it fully clothed, you can do it in a towel, but you just want to start by looking into your eyes in the mirror and saying, hello, Brandon, I see you today, I honor you today, I noticed that you did this well today. And then talk about things that you appreciate about your body. For me, after my injury that I had last year, I had to say, I'm so grateful that even though I'm not at the fitness level I was a year ago, that I'm able to walk today, that I'm able to do moderate exercise today, and just begin like that. And if you do that for about 2 weeks, once a night, then you'll start to let the self-hate out. You'll start to release that, and you'll start to reinforce it with positive affirmation. And what ends up happening is that binge purge cycle, if you suffer from that, will begin to slow down. And what that will look like, for me, it happened when I was at work, and I would feel the need to immediately get to the gym right after work. And I was like, I have to go, I have to go, I have to go. And I started to slow down. I started to think, well, maybe I could go home and rest after work. And if I feel like it, I can go to the gym afterward. And I wasn't feeling guilty about that process. All right, everyone. This is part one of a two-part section about body image. I hope you got some information out of this. If you have any questions or want to know more, I will be available for comments and inquiries of any kind. Please hit us up, and I hope you all have a beautiful day.